Well, speaking of Jamburger, who is a very equally talented artist as you are, you and the two of you did a session recently, and it was sort of themed around video games. And I see in your studio here you have like miniatures of them. So do you want to talk about you and your history of, you know, arcade video games?
Yeah. So when I was real quick, when I was a little youth, me and my brother actually, we used to go to arcade games in our local town, or in Annapolis, where we grew up, Annapolis, Maryland. And
it was just full of quarters.
Yeah, so there was times when I blow like probably like $10 just on like games like Dragon's Lair to try and accomplish it, and I never did like finish it and stuff like that. But it was back then, it was all good and fun playing the old stand-up games. You know, we had places to go hang out, meet, socialize with other people, even spend family time like with my brother, so it was all good and fun compared to now, where this generation of people, they're mainly inside, they're playing playing the games inside and online, not putting that past them and everything. That's cool and all, but the old arcade games, they were fun back in the day. And when things like when you put the quarter up on the screen to show that you're next to play and things of that nature, that was all good and fun. And I honestly missed it. But as you can tell, I have collectors things like these miniature arcade games, which actually this one actually does work, and you can play like Cubert. And I have like Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, Missile Command, Ghosts and Goblins, and things of that nature. So,
and the sound effects are also great sampling sources, aren't they?
Yes, yeah. So, when I first started DJing, I remember like hearing. I think the first time I heard like video games on a scratch record was like on Turkey Cuts, Cubert's Turkey Cuts record, and I was just like, man, that's cool. And I used to, when I first started and got that record, I used to scratch all that. I think it has like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat on that record. And then of course, whenever I heard, like Mixmaster Mike or any other DJs when they're, having their sessions, like in the Sugar Fragger show, they were scratching Street Fighter and stuff, or Mortal Kombat. It was cool to hear all that. So, but now, when scratch records, I think roughly 10 years ago, when people were still mainly in vinyl and buying vinyl scratch records a lot, they was putting out video game effects records and things like, stand by 1 second. So records like this, Video Game Breaks. I used to, whenever these were out, I used to, grab this.
What year does that one come out?
Oh my gosh. Oh, I got this in Japan, so I'm gonna say 2000, maybe 2004.
And I was
stationed. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it has I think it has like the Super Brooklyn instrumental on here from, I think, Cocoa Brothers, if I'm not mistaken, the artist that made that song. So stuff like that, it was cool to collect that and scratch those records at times and have fun with those and be creative at sessions whenever I attended those jam sessions. So,
well, getting back to your home studio, which is your special place where you come to and create. You also have little Run DMC as a recurring theme here, little models too.
Yeah. So I think it was a time I was in. Yeah, during my time I was in Japan, doing my tour in Japan. My brother bought me some Run DMC dolls, and I was just like in awe. And so
Mattel, right? Who did them?
I forgot. I think it's some company called Mezzo back then.
Oh, Mezzo, okay.
And so he got me those, and I was so stoked. Now, to this day, I kind of regret that I took them out of the box, but it's all good.
Yeah.
So, and since then, there's been times where I still get little figurines every once in a while, but it's nothing like I seriously collect or things like that. But if I see a cool one, I'll probably, you know, scoop it up, or even if I get it as a gift from somebody else. It's like the Grandmaster Flash one that's behind me. Jamburglar hooked me up for like my birthday or something like that. That's pretty much it for that.
A few last questions.
Mm-hmm.
Question I've asked you before, and I'll ask you again now, because the years go by, here you are, and you still have the same passion that you always had for hip-hop, turntablism, and you know, this whole art form in the music. And you've never made a living out of it. You've always had, just like you mentioned Jamburglar, your buddy, and so many other people that we both know that they have sort of like their career, and then this is their passion that they do on the side. Do you think that it'll always be with you?
Yes, I think I'll keep doing this, but it's not like, because I think a long time ago, actually, when I talked to you, Billy, like I think right when I got out of the military, and I was asking about, you know, what it takes to be
A professional,
you know, artist, and the first question I remember you asked me was like, "Hey, do you have insurance? Because, you know, health insurance, things of that nature." It's stuff like that I didn't think about at the time, because compared to not putting down all the guys that are out there hustling, their DJs, you know, trying to keep their, you know, save up retirement, health insurance, and things like that. But it's that going back to your origin of your question, answer your question. I'm gonna keep doing this as long as I can, and it's for fun and the love of contributing to the art. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'll keep doing it until I can't can't do it anymore. My fingers hurt or whatever. But I think I'll probably even just at least keep playing records or collecting records and things of that nature. So.